Alright. We are to go.
Is that what you do now, Bill? Walk away.
Wait for people to come in. Hey, Shadows, welcome in. How you doing? Good evening here, 7:30 in the evening where I am. Hi David, welcome in. Evening. Renee. And Beard Daddy's in again. Natalie's in. Natalie. Renee, welcome in. Hey, Jason, you finally made it. Been missing you, man. Don't know what's happened to you. You've been on a bit of a hiatus lately. I've not seen or heard much from you, so hope everything's all right. I'll take it you got the message then. Otherwise, I'm here in two ways. I just stay quiet. Yeah, best way to be sometimes. All right, while we're here, Beard Daddy 26 is Shadows, isn't it? Yep, so we got Shadows and Beard Daddy, the same person, making two in the chat instead of one. All right. While we're here, let's go ahead then and... Oh, I did it. I thought I was going to do it this week. I must have done it last week. Shadow's already a mod, so that is good. Only a few people know currently, but soon the ones I want to know will know soon enough. That's all right. Yeah, keep it to yourself, and when you're ready to tell people or whatever, let them let them find out then. I don't tell people a lot of stuff because I've been shat on so many times. I've learned, you know, not to tell people or let people in on a lot of stuff now. So that's the way it's going to be for the long run. Hey, Trevor, welcome in. How you doing? 7 people in, 3 likes. Thanks to whoever done that. Greatly appreciated. Just doing an hour tonight, then I'll see what I'm going to do after that. I might do another test stream and see if that works. Just got to make a few adjustments, and I think everything should be okay by then. This is like stars in their eyes. Shadows comes in. Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Beard Daddy. And then you get the music. And he comes out the door again 2 seconds later, dressed as his alter ego. Now he's back to Shadows again. Trying to confuse me and everyone else, I think. Once everyone knows who he is, that trick's not going to work anymore. I have to find an eye doctor to set up an appointment. My eyes checked and diagnosed with having cataracts before. I could probably get someone to take my insurance and get my cataracts. Oh, blimey. Hope it goes all right for you. I had mine checked a few years back. I had to go to the opticians. I had issues when I was playing the OG Resident Evil 4. And I was getting headaches and everything else. But the one weird thing, as I mentioned before, and I found out what it is now, is I was getting a grey circle from my eye. And it was like a spot. And everything I looked at, that spot blacked out certain parts of everything I was looking at, like the spine of a book or the side of a DVD or Blu-ray. Then I got all this like big zigzagging coming out the side of me head, and all I could see out like this far was just like this zigzagging, like just flashing, pulsating. Then it gradually went, and I looked it up, and it's called an ophthalmic migraine. So I've read up all about it and everything. It's not too bad. You've just got to monitor, what you do. Like, don't get too stressed, too wound up. Don't overdo too much stuff. Reduce your screen time. All this strange stuff. But I've had it twice, and luckily enough, I haven't had it again yet. So that's a good thing. But yeah, it's really weird when you get it. If you manage it and do it the right way, they're okay. But some could potentially manage by treatment. But I don't think I need to go down that route yet because everything's okay as of now. But that was weird. That grey spot. Just looking around, this grey spot just right in my eye line, like here across like that. So weird. Not feeling good, to be honest, but I'm going to keep my chin up. Yeah, I woke up this morning. I felt all right last night. Woke up this morning and sore throat, cough, sneezes, and the general feeling of just being tired all the time. So I don't quite know how I got it. I think I got it off my dad. We've been out for a few drinks and he's had a cold. I thought he got over it, but I think he's probably giving it to me now. So I'm trying not to pass it on to my flatmate because otherwise my flatmate will end up ill after me and then he'll be worse off than I am now. So there you go. Cleared. Yes, I get eye strain headaches and migraines. Yeah, it can happen if you do too much. I've learned to minimalize it now because I was told by the optician that the eyes they change as you get older, so you're more likely to see different things happening. Some people are okay and some people just have things happen, and I've got a very slight double vision, which is why I have to wear these glasses when I'm on computer looking at my phone or watching TV, because if I take these glasses off, everything is blurred. I can just about read what I'm looking at on the chat. And yeah, it's not good. I haven't got cataracts, I haven't got or anything like that. So it's just the fact that I've got slight double vision that they picked up on. My eyes, I've been told are fine. Any luck on the job front? No. I'm going to go to the job centre tomorrow. Then I've got half an hour there. But the last two interviews that I had, I was just ghosted on. So I've not gone back to any of that at the moment, chasing them up or whatever. As I said, I'm just sticking with what the job centre said. When I told them what happened, they said, okay, you've been there and done it. Just carry on and keep searching for work. Show us your progress and hopefully something will come up soon. If they don't get back to you and you've chased them up, don't worry about it. Just move on. So that's what I've done. I've got you UTYT bullies. Really? How did that come about? There's a load of idiots everywhere, online, everything. This is why you've got to set up private lobbies when you go online, because you get too many trolls and twats and people on online games and stuff. Yeah, they're pretty good. My job work coach is pretty good. I'm not exactly lying when I tell her about things. but I do keep them up to date on everything, and they said it's not easy for most people nowadays. The worst ones are those that just don't want to work at all. There's people out there who just don't want to do it, and they just want everything handed to them. They want the most that they can get, but they're not putting the effort in, and that's what the DWP are really cracking down on now. You got to help people that are in a situation, not personally because they chose not to work. That's your fault, but you have the DWP and everything there to help out people to keep a roof over their head, pay rent, and have money left over for themselves before another month comes. But the people that don't want to work, aside from the people who are legitimately looking and not getting anywhere, they're getting penalised, and so they should. But they just want the most that they can get for doing absolutely nothing, and that's what's wrong with some of the people in this country at the moment. Everything, they want everything handed to them for doing absolutely nothing. I ran out of beer. I have to get another one. Been drinking this lately. I'm back on the old Banks Amber Bitter. It's 3.4, and it comes from Lidl. It's 500 ml, so it's just under a pint, I think. And it's 99p a bottle in Lidl's. And every time I go in, I always pick myself up at least 4. So yeah. So I don't drink lager anymore. I can't have that. It gives me terrible gout. I end up with pains in my toes, and it's awful. I can't walk. It takes me a long time to get to the toilet, even though the toilet's a short distance from this room down there. I end up walking like an old man, holding on to the banisters as I go along. And it literally, last time it happened, it took me, I think, 5 minutes to walk somewhere that should have took me 5 seconds. And it was the same on the way back. And when I sat back down in the chair, I felt like I'd done rehab or something at the hospital, because I was so puffed, and I was sitting here panting and puffing, and it was horrible. So there's something in lager that obviously, with what they make it with, that gives me that. And I've had it in both feet, and I'm not willing to go through that again. So, but the good thing is, the hand drawn nails that you get where they pull the pumps like this, you get more of a variety on those, and you get to try something new all the time. So when you go into a pub and you buy lager, it's always the same lager and that they order in: Foster's, Stella, Moretti, Peretti, other things. And it's just, I don't find anything good about lager now. I just don't feel anything good about lager at all. But a bitter of any sort, yeah, I like trying new things, so I've got more of a range with them, so that's what I drink now. Everything else is fine. Wine, spirits, mixers, champagne, Prosecco, all that stuff. And I can have all that, and I don't get anything. It's only when I drink lager. So yeah, it comes down to what they brew it with, I think. I'm going to be lurking. My little group of friends are going to participate in some shenanigans we like to do, and we have a friend that's joining us. Okay, that's fine. Hope you have fun. You got 2 choices. You can listen to me in the background, or you can turn it off. So my advice would probably be turn it off. You don't want to be having a game and listening to me in the background as well. I knew somebody who had that gout, that shit. Yeah, it's horrible. It's crystallization around the joints, isn't it? And then your toe throbs, and you end up with your leg jumping. You can't sleep. You can't get into a good position. The only position I was sleeping the other night when I had it, this is a long time ago, was if I laid on my front and I had my feet hanging over the end of the bed, and that relieved all the pain. Once I turned over, or my toe touched the sheet or the duvet cover or something, that was it. It was off again, and there was no stopping it. I went through, I think, about 8 or 10 ibuprofens in a whole day, and then I had to go back after I'd finished that box, less than a week later, and get some more from Savers. You can get a pack of 16 tablets in Savers for 55p. So you can get a box of 16 times 2, 32 for £1.10. You go into Boots or a main store like that sells it, you're paying £3.50 a box. It's just, never again will I ever buy anything in Boots. No way. It's just a joke. Their prices are just so stupid. What Just checking, so 9 o'clock. Right. Interesting. Yeah, I've looked up a lot of things on. I'll try not to panic myself, but you can't take everything that's written online as gospel. But 9 times out of 10, you can find a legitimate, like, doctor's link or something like that, and they'll give you all the specific information. But if you go and buy the other info that's on there, you just don't know if people are like exaggerating it or what they've written about. All right, it's from your own experience. Yeah, you can tell how you dealt with it and what you felt like, but you can't, exactly say that this is 100% categorically what you do, because some people might be allergic to some of the tablets. Well, mum can't have ibuprofen, disagrees with her. And so you can't just go advising people to actually take this and take that, because some people won't be able to take the tablets you're specifically advising. So I need to go on the legit doctors' websites and links and stuff to find out. Trevor, glad to have good people on here. I feel so much better after joining this chat. I feel so sad right now. The stress of everything is too much. I just want an easy life forever. Well, the world's not in a good place at the moment, is it? Rumours of World War III and Putin backtracking all the time. 1 minute he's going to push the button, and 7 seconds later he'll have an unstoppable missile hit London and, explode everything and stuff like that. Then he says he's willing to talk, and then he's back to trying to partner up with China or someone else and get his back in with them. And then he goes full circle again after Trump says that he's going to sort something out, and then he goes back to the red button thing again. It's just like a constant circle of shit. You don't know where you are with it. This is why I do, and with all the other stuff going on in the world, this is why I do an hour on a Monday to get people's minds off all this crap and get people talking about what they're passionate about, what they want to talk about and things over the time that I do this stream. So, yeah. That's why I don't really like want to do anything else except for this stream on a Monday, where everyone can feel comfortable talking about what they want to talk about and get their minds off all the other crap. Like it says in the description, all the stuff that's going on in the world, this is an hour where we'll take away from that and do what we want to do, have a chat, talk about what you want to talk about, and this, that, and the other. So, and that will be the case from now on every single Monday, as it's been for the last year, I think it is. When did I start this? January the 1st, Is it 2025? Yeah, it must have been. Because we're nearly into February now. So by the next Monday Night Live chat, we're going to be in early February, aren't we? So I think, yeah, it's just over a year, 13 months, I think is what we've done. What is... Yeah, Monday's the 2nd of February next week. So, yeah, 13, I think it's 13 months we've done. Or did I start this in 24? And we went through 25. I honestly I cannot remember. I know it was the 1st of January at some point, but I can't remember when it was. I'll have to go back and check. Unless somebody knows, and they can put it in the chat and let me know specifically when the very first one was. Natalie, phone call will be kicking off here in just a moment, just so you know. Technically, Neil, I have the stream running in the background to show support, and I can have the volume turned down. Yeah, that's all right. I was only joking about turning it off. Personal choice at the end of the day. You either want to listen or... So, you know, it's... Yeah, keep your head up, Trevor. Something will come along soon. It's just going to be a matter of time now. And then one day, you know, you'll get a call or a letter, or after the interview, someone will say, "Can you do a trial shift?" And it will lead to something, and you'll be on your way. Then you'll be in. It's just a matter of just how long it's going to take. But in the meantime, you just got to continue pushing on, and like me, hopefully something will come my way. Not being big-headed, I've got a lot of qualifications and things. I've still got a record of achievement up. Where is it? Up there, or on, oh, it's over there to the other side of me, that side. And I've got a book full of certificates and college stuff. I've got a qualification in graphic design. I hope that shows in my thumbnails, because if it doesn't, then I'm not doing very well for the qualification I got, have I? But yeah, I've got a qualification in graphic design. I've got a license and certificate for selling alcohol in a licensed premises legally. I've got other qualifications. I've done bar work for 15 years. I've got qualifications in business studies and all that stuff from school. So the thing is, everything is supposed to be open now for you to be able to get in, but you don't seem to be able to get in, which is what I don't understand. Because why have all the interviews and all the process of getting everybody in, giving people trials and stuff, and then not having them in to do the job afterwards, or even responding to them to tell them how they did, whether they were successful or not, you know, pending the assessment of the manager or something like that. All they got to do is pick up the phone and say, hello, is that Neil? Yeah. Right, this is so-and-so from so-and-so. You had the interview this week. Just phoning to let you know that you've been successful. Would you like to start Monday morning? Are you available? Or no, I'm sorry, you've been unsuccessful this time, but don't let that put you off. If you see something else come up for our business, please try again, because you'll have a better chance of getting in next time. That's what I have with B&Q. If B&Q comes up, I can send them. And this is not arrogance, but this is from personal word of mouth. If something from B&Q comes up, and I send an application in because of my past interview and how well I did, and they said I'd fit in well, I've got a near enough 100% chance of getting in to B&Q. But the fact is that the B&Q jobs haven't been coming up in the searches lately. But when they do, I should have a job like that. But that's got to wait to be seen as well, because at the moment, Everything else I've applied for is not coming off. So it's just to keep going, isn't it? That's all you can do. Oh, and by the way, I've got the chat speed on 5 now, not as slow as it was last week. So I am able to get through all the messages a lot quicker than I did last week. So that was one error I managed to fix.
Public inquiry has spent years trying to...
Volume's dropped again. There we go. Okay. You're about to get some laughs. Are you online? Because if you are, I'll share the screen while we're doing the live, and we can watch while you're playing. If not, then don't worry. I'll just continue on as I am. Now, did I see? Oh, it's down here. No wonder there's a high suicidal rate. Yeah, people get depressed. They want to get ahead in life. They want to do something. They want to go to work, provide for their family and things. And when they can't get where they want to be, some people have got better qualifications than I have, and they still can't get a decent job. You're either overqualified, I've said before, underqualified, or they just want to save money as a cost-cutting exercise and take on children that have just come out of school, give them less, like I've said countless times, and not have to pay someone like us a monthly wage. And therefore, they can balance the books and they don't get taxed so much. But the only downside to that is managers have got to take time out of their schedule to train them up to do the job that I could walk into and do like that. As I've also said countless times. So, yeah, how are you ever going to get ahead? Keep pushing and then you get nowhere. It does get demoralising, but you just got to not let it get you down. That's why I'm doing things in between. While I'm searching for work and in between my job searches and going out each day and doing things, I'm on YouTube getting my channel sorted out and trying to get more content and things up and just keep my mind off it so I don't go, stir crazy over all this stuff. It's understandable, Trevor, you feel crap, but as you say, as we said, something will come up soon. January the 8th, 2024 was the very first one. Blimey. So yeah, 2024, 2025, and then into, so 14 months in. And we're already on episode, 107, I think it is? Is that right? Yep, episode 107. Well, exactly, I know. Much better. Sorry, Dave, what's much better? Don't know where I'll be in the future, but I'm uncertain about life right now. Don't let it get you down, though, because it's like Strain said. Once you give up, you got no motivation to do anything. You got to push through it and keep going. I've been down there. I haven't had it as bad as some others. I mentioned this before. I've had a sudden onset of anxiety and a bit of depression, and I got myself slightly through it with the help of mum, dad, and some other people. But it is easy to get like that. But once you get into a point where you say, I can't be bothered anymore. Everybody says at some point, I can't be bothered anymore. I've had enough. I give up. But there's a difference between saying that in post haste, but still keeping on with things. Because we all get to a point where we go, I'll give up with this. If we're playing games and we can't get past the level, I'll give up with this. I can't do it. It's impossible. It's pathetic. I've had enough. I'm not playing this anymore. But then we go back to it, you see. So we push ourselves to get past that point. If you're at a point where you say, I've had enough now, I give up, can't be bothered anymore, and you stay indoors and you sit in a chair and you just completely give up and close down, nothing or no one is going to bring you back from that, and that is where you get to what they say is the end of life stage, and that's not where we want to see anybody. So always reach out to somebody. Natalie's around. Mostly you can talk to her because you two are together. If there's anybody you want to talk to about anything else, you can always get in contact with other people, and they'll be there to support you and stuff. And just don't get to the point where you're like, I give up and stop doing everything, because then, as I said, nothing or no one can help you at all, and then you just spiral. You go down, 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 and in the end, you just get into that mindset, and there's nothing that's ever going to change it. So there are people in the chat and other people you can talk to as well. So as I said, if there's other things you don't want to talk to Natalie about, you can talk to other people about. Just oh God, just reach out. I just got a throwback of that chili I had earlier on. I did myself a chili a little while ago. I had a bolognese last night with some tagliatelle and some garlic bread, and I had some sauce left over, so I just added to it, rebased it with some chopped onion, and just rebased it with everything that I'd already put in it, and then a few extra bits to make it into a chili: Tabasco sauce, chili flakes, salt and pepper, smoked paprika, sugar to give it a bit of caramelization while it's cooking, and a bit of malt vinegar. And I just burped, and now it's come back up and I've burnt my throat. So happy days. I have to get some beer now to cool it down. Oh yes, the message delay. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Last week I completely forgot. It was only because somebody in the chat reminded me that I was not getting through the messages quick enough. They were coming. I had to scroll back up, and more were coming down below. So I've set the message to 5. I have seen some YouTubers. I don't think they actually do set their message limit speed on their lives, and it gets ridiculous because you're sort of watching their stream and you're looking at the chat, and the chat's flying up. You know, like you see at the end of a movie sometimes. There's the screen and with the credits like roll like that, just constantly like this, and you can't read them. And I don't see why some YouTubers, because they only get to certain messages, they don't get to read everybody's. I know they've got a lot of people in there, but the chat flies through so fast. I just think they've got an unlimited speed on it. I only can catch up on some of them to respond to them. So yeah, I like to have mine where I can interact with everybody and respond to what's in the chat, rather than have it fly past and it goes and I can't bring it back. Because sometimes when you get to a point on the chat, it's like a cut-off point. The messages you missed are gone, and then you can only see those ones that follow. So January the 8th, 24. Bloody hell. Can't believe I've been doing this for like 14 months every Monday night. I can't believe it, honestly, I can't.
Sometimes you'd be putting several lines of code in at a time. We haven't done that, then
Scam messages, WhatsApp prompts me to make a payment, and it's all shit, and I was about to throw my phone into the wall. Yeah, just block them. I don't get them, luckily enough, scam calls or anything like that. But I've had some messages pop up on Facebook. I don't know how. I don't see how they're getting my details and sending me messages on Facebook and stuff now. It's really weird. I don't trust much messages anyway, because when Martin and Bex, for example, let's use them. They do pranks and other videos, you know, for YouTube and stuff, and they're doing really well. But they've been victims of a scam as well. been hacked and everything, and they've told people not to answer any direct messages unless you know it's come from them. But when the direct messages come through, you don't know if it's from them. So when I got one the last time saying my comment got a like, message me directly for your prize, which was supposed to be a PS5, I messaged back their daughter, Casey, directly, and I said, I've got a message saying my comment got a like. Is this you? Can you confirm directly that it's you? Otherwise, I will not proceed in responding to any more messages. But I didn't respond on Facebook. I responded on Insta or something, where she does some of her other content, like her miming, singing, and some of her other stuff with her mum and dad and things like that. But I did not directly respond to that Facebook message, so I didn't know who it was and I don't trust it. So if you get things like that, always directly message the source. If you get something back as confirmation from them, then you know it's legit. But don't ever respond to something without checking that it's the right source first. Otherwise, it could be a click on the link and they'll get into your account through your emails. They'll hack your whole system and then take over everything, like the crypto scammers did for the Ouija Brothers paranormal group last year. And then Beardo got hit with that a few weeks ago. His channel got hacked through email, and they went through and took over his channel and turned it into a crypto scam site. So don't ever click on a link you don't know of and you're not sure about. I've never done it, and I'm advising all of you to be careful with links like that as well. I know another YouTuber who had it. He got sent something, and he mentioned it on one of his videos that he actually clicked on it and he got hacked. His channel got hacked and everything. That's why he had to create a second channel. Then he got his first channel back. And now he's doing really well on YouTube. And he's got another 2 or 3 channels, I think. This is the Apex Hound I'm talking about. He's from Ireland. Streams a lot, plays a lot of games and stuff. Quite a nice guy. I've spoken to him a few times. Indirect messages on Twitter. Spoken to him through comments on his videos, stuff like that. Been in his lives. Yeah, Apex Hound. Go check him out. He's pretty cool. His editor's got good editing skills as well. Putting in the visuals and the Insta type filters and things at times, and a lot of other things. It just makes the videos that little bit better. So you got the Apex Hound, the Hound. The Apex Hound Reacts, I think it is. And now he's got one called Apex and Alex Go Golfing. So check out the channel if you like golf. He does real life golf, plays PGA Tour 2K25, various other games as well, streams the games live as well, and things like that. So if you're into all that, go support him. There's also another English guy, Game Riot. He's a good one. Obviously, Centre Strain 01. Check out Renee's channel as well, Renee Gorger. Me and him just played a few games last night, actually, online. Unfortunately, my voice didn't get recorded, but we played a bit of online co-op and a couple of games against each other. I think we ended up finishing about 4 o'clock in the morning. It was crazy. And if someone can drop the links in the chat to the people that are in here. Also, if you can drop Jason Butler Vlogs link so people can go check his stuff out. He's got some really good videos out at the moment as well on his channel. If someone can put David's links in the chat, Trevor's, Renee's, everyone that's in here, so that people can go check out their stuff, that would be great. So what's everyone doing tonight? What are you doing when we finish? We've got 15 minutes before I end the stream. I may make it a little bit longer. Not quite sure yet. Oh, you're welcome, Dave. as I said before, we've all got to help each other, haven't we? Help each other grow and help each other get there. I'm creeping. I've gone up to. Oh wow! I've just hit 420. All right. Well, that's good. I've just hit. I was on 419. I was just about to say to you all, I've just hit 419 subs and gone up to that. And now I've just looked and clicked on there and I've gone to 420. I only need another 80 for the target at the end of the year. The big 500. I'd love to reach that by the end of 2026. I really would. Or maybe even before at that halfway point. But I don't know what I'm doing, but obviously something is working. If you have the option to say no, but if anybody wants help with their channel in terms of thumbnails or anything like that, or if anyone wants me to take something from their channel, thanks Renee. If anyone wants me to take, with permission of course, any footage from their channel that they find like a funny moment or something, and me turn it into something stupid but funny, let me know and I'll try and do my best with it. I've got another one coming up in a little while. I'm going to do a short. I've got it planned of how I'm going to do it. Renee will remember. I don't know if Natalie will, because I don't think she's been in Strain's lives for a little while now. Or maybe watching in the background while streaming or something. I'm not too sure. But I'm going to put together the Strain's guide on how to get a car down a mountain. And then I know exactly what little video clip I'm going to put at the end of it to give it that little bit of a comedial effect. I know exactly the video that I'm going to put in, and I think it fits that video really well at the end. And it's also one of Strain's favourite quotes and sayings as well. So I think he'll appreciate that little nod. But yeah, I'm going to grab the footage after the stream and put it together, and it'll only be a very short video, but it's going to have what I think would be a fitting video at the end of it as well. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, if anybody wants me to do anything, I can do it in DaVinci, put transitions in and other things, and I can turn it into something comedial if you would like me to. And also, let me know if you want help designing or planning any thumbnails to go with your video, and I'll quite happily help any of you out doing that as well. Because I'm not just here for myself. I am trying to get my own channel, up and noticed and pushed out there and getting it to grow. But I'm not adverse to helping others as well. So just a sec, I've got a message.
Garrett Jenkins worked at Fujitsu, IT expert in several contributions. It was his evidence that led to some wrongful convictions. He repeatedly told the courts that Horizon was robust, even though he knew.
Okay.
Especially for theft. Well, holy.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, as I said, I can put together something, and also, Natalie's very good. Oh, I forgot to mention this for quite a while now. I don't know if she's still doing it, but she can tell me if she's still in the chat. If any of you want a specific badge for your channel, get in touch with Natalie, because she's very good at designing a badge that will be specifically for your channel. I've got one somewhere, but I don't think I've actually used it yet. And now we're in 2026. I think I might change my branding and put that that badge down as a watermark for my channel now, instead of using the ones that I've got off Google. It should be here somewhere. I don't know quite where it is, but let's see if I can find it.
When did you discover that this could be done? I always knew it could be done, but I didn't realise it was.
No, I don't know where it is.
Okay, so you always realised that it could be done.
Yes.
Right from.
I know I haven't deleted it, but I just don't know where it is that I stored it. Anyway, if need be, I can get Natalie to send me another one, and then I'll use that on my channel instead of the pictures that I've got now. So anyway, has anyone got anything they want to talk about, or anything they want to say, or anything like that before we finish in 10 minutes? If you have, let me know now and we'll discuss it. I've gone through all the messages now. I've responded to every single one. So we're now at the bottom now. And I've just responded to Dave. What is this? Can someone tell me? I asked the other day, but I didn't get an answer. What is this shield that is on everybody's thing? Is this the new icon that represents a mod? Have they taken the spanner away and put a shield on now? Like protection icon, or is meant to mean protection from trolls and spammers, and you know, it resembles you being a I know the symbol's supposed to be there for you being a mod, but is that the new symbol now instead of the spanner? I only noticed it the other day. I don't quite know why they've changed it. David can only see spanners. Press F5 for a second and refresh the chat. Refresh the page and see if it goes to a shield now. It might mean that you need to refresh in order for it to be seen. It's not going to affect you on the live here. You'll come back in a minute. All it does is refresh the page. I'll give you 2 seconds. I'm just going to get a drink.
I simply don't I whether I did or I didn't.
Right, back. I only had to go just over there. I've got a unit just to the right of me. I bought it online. I think it was Amazon. It got delivered. It was a flat pack. I'm going to have to do a virtual tour of this place one day so you all can see it. Obviously not the upstairs because that's a separate part. It's my flatmate's area, but I'll show you the downstairs and stuff. But yeah, I've got this 8x4 cube thing, but it's not as big as the ones behind me there. And I was going to make it a bar. Where my dinner table is, on the left side of me, over there, I was going to have a little bar with some mats on top, my optics set up and everything. And the board that I had tacked into the back fell off. And I found out that it wasn't going to work as that anyway. So what I'm going to do one day is I am going to relay the spanner. What I'm going to do one day is I'm going to take everything out of that. I'm going to lay them face down, and I want a thick piece of MDF, the same size as the back of those units over there, so that it's one whole thing. And I'm going to knock them all in, knock it into the back of that, so it's got a backing on it. and it can be like one whole unit, so it doesn't separate. And then I'm going to do something else with it, but at the moment it's sitting over there. Also, not that I'm after sympathy or anything, but this is how 2026 has gone so far, right? We are coming into February, and so far my flatmate has had a message to say that a friend of his and a guy that I know through him died just after Christmas. He spent Christmas with his family, and then sadly he passed away. So the funeral is going to be in Rainham, so you have to go through London and up towards Kent. But I can't go because I can't afford it. So I won't be going. And then I went for a drink the other day with mum and dad, and coming out we saw mum and dad's next door neighbour, and she told us that a girl I went to school with and one of her next door neighbour's daughters' best friend has passed away as well. So got two deaths this year in a short time since January, I think. But luckily the funeral is not too far away from me on February the 6th, I believe it is. Should be a Friday. February the 6th. So I'll be going to that. Because it doesn't cost me a lot of money to travel up there, or I can get dropped off, and then it will just be a matter of either going to the wake or not going to the wake. I haven't quite made my mind up yet, so I have to wait and see on that. But it's not a great start to the year. I mean, the guy that passed away, first of all, I think he was either 1 year older or 1 year younger than me. So I'm 46 and he's 47 or 45. I can't remember if he's, but I think he was after me. Anyway, he was around my age, and I think the other one that I went to school with that just passed away, the other girl, Katie, she was probably in her 40s somewhere. So yeah, it makes you wonder what you've got coming up, as the new year starts, doesn't it? You never know what's in store for you, and you never know when your time's up. The only things that are guaranteed in life are death and taxes, as everybody says. And you're still paying tax when you die. Someone dies, you've got to pay tax you've got to pay death duties. It's so ridiculous, it really is. It's like somebody, passing away. You make all the preparations to have the funeral and stuff done, and some bloke gets wind of somebody's died and their ears prick up, and they're the first ones to come round and say, "Oh yeah, now so and so's died. You've got to give us, say, 20 grand of the money that comes from what she's going to divvy up for you and your 5 brothers or so." So you got, say for example, you're having £4,000 each, and you got 5 people that are going to get £4,000 each out of what was left, 20 grand. And then some bastard comes round and goes, "Oh yeah, I'm going to need to take about 5 grand of that on death taxes." And then you've got to divvy up 16 or £15,000 between 5 people when you would have had an equal amount in the first place. I think they need to abolish all this. They need to abolish this thing I was talking about the other week as well, because it really annoys me. The prison system and sentencing. If you're going to sentence someone, give them a life sentence and don't ever let them come out. That's what America do. If you're going to give somebody a life sentence and then say with a minimum of 25 years, just give them the damn sentence and say you'll probably be out after 10 because of good behaviour or other reasons. That makes about as much sense as having to pay money when somebody's just died. You're grieving and you've got to give some bastard money because he's holding his hand out. Now somebody else has passed away because he wants the tax from the money you're going to get. Anyway, that's enough of that. Sad to hear. It's horrible on the bright side, at least what you go through in life, good or bad. You have no feelings of sorrow after that. Yeah, it takes a while. If it's somebody you knew and somebody you're really close to, like your mum, your dad, certain sides of the family, really close friends, best friends, etc., it's a little bit harder for people to cope with. When it's somebody you know of, that you see every now and then, you say hello to, and you're familiar with, but you're not that close to, it doesn't make it that hard when you attend a funeral. I know it sounds harsh, but you don't have as much upset, grief, and sorrow. Yeah, like Trevor said, after death, if it's, you know, somebody that you know of and that you speak to and that you never really were really close to, but you knew of. But people closer to you, family and other best friends and things like that, like I just said, that's when it becomes more hard to deal with, you know. All right, it's 8:30. What is this? Hang on a minute. Linley? What's going on here? Oh, Everton playing Leeds. Let's have a look at that.
The ball, there's maybe a bit of contact. That's absolutely not a foul. Actually,
Leeds are winning, Mo. Yeah, so did I? There was something that I said I was going to show you on a stream once, and I can't remember what it was. Does anyone remember? I honestly can't remember what it was. I'm looking around to see if anything will jog my memory, but I really can't. Here, what if I do a stream like this one day, right? What does everyone think of this? You won't see me, but you won't see me. But I was thinking, something like that. Big Teddy, and then I just stay behind the chair and I look at the chat without you seeing me, and this Big Teddy or something will be sitting in the seat for an hour. Oh, by the way, check this out.
An impressive start as well. It's all the Everton defender Patterson could do. Defensive position recovered because Tarkowski gets bypassed completely, far too easily. The right back has sprinted back and it's up into a good position to clear the danger. But Aronson,
I've got so much stuff in here. I really have. It's surprising I've actually got the room for any more. You know, I was going to have the reason I bought that unit over there I was telling you about earlier that's now become what I was going to use as a bar. The original reason I bought that is I wanted something like this. That over there, that 4x2 oak cabinet thing. But the one over there is not big enough. And originally, I wanted to put all my consoles on display. Every single console I had on display inside those squares, but now I've got no room in the front room. The whole idea was that. But when I ordered that unit that has now become a bar, stores all my drinks and glasses and ice buckets and other things, it's too small for some of the consoles to be put in. They go in, but they would sit at an angle, like 45 degrees like that instead of being flat. So I need something bigger to put them all in. But I mean, I've got in the bedroom, it's crazy. In the bedroom, not in here, just in here. I mean, bring this back up. See over there, I've got Airwolf, Batman, the Batmobile, which is there, my Batman knife, Batman torch, my big Michael Myers there. I've got the Predator up there. I've got the Terminator skull up there. And then I've got my prop hats, Watch Dogs and The Walking Dead and other stuff. And obviously there's things over there. There's things over there as well, all along that back bit, all over the other side there. I just can't show them off. So next to me on the left here where I'm sitting, I've got a display cabinet full of hand-painted models that are over £500. And they're all Lord of the Rings. It's from the very first film all the way down to the very last film. So you got Lord of the Rings, the second film, can't remember the name of it now. Was it Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, and The Return of the King? I think it was called. And then on the other side of that, I have Assassin's Creed figures and collections, Egyptian stuff that I collected, other things inside the other cabinet there as well. Over in the other corner, I've got VHS, WWF, old WWF for videos. Oh, the Two Towers, that was it. Fellowship of the Ring was the first one. Yeah, thanks, Renee. Over the other side, I've got VHS, Royal Rumble, early Royal Rumbles, things from 1997, DVDs and everything as well. I've got wrestling figures, got models, Technic models that I built up, Lego Technics and things like that. I've got so much stuff lying around this room, and even things in the cupboard that I haven't even got out yet. So, yeah. That's why I'll have to do a virtual tour, because I'll have to go around the whole place and show you what it's like. Once I cleaned up again, obviously, because the cat's kicked all the stones all over the floor. She's pulled some of the food out of her bowl and it's on the floor down there, which I've got to sweep up. And yeah, I don't know why they do that sometimes. They've got a bowl to eat from, and 9 times out of 10 she normally, eats everything. But sometimes she'll pull some of the food out and eat it off the floor, but then she won't eat all of it, and then she'll go back to the bowl and start eating from the bowl again. So I don't know. The bowls are all clean. They've been washed. Fresh food is put in and everything else and stuff. But they still have this habit of pulling it out onto the floor and dragging it around, sniffing it, and then eating it, going back to it, and then doing it all again. You got to love them, though. Where is she, by the way? She might have gone back into her little hidey hole. Let me have a look.
She really doesn't have to make anything to get to the ball without possibly catching the man, what she does. So Sue and some Copeland play, they really struggle to create anything, but set plays, this is a really dangerous area. Decent delivery here, Nicholas up for the back, there's a possibility. Wait until she equalises.
Yeah, she's gone under the radiator. She's under the radiator where it's all warm. My flatmate's put some clothes out that he's washed, and they're on the radiator and they're hanging like a drape, and then the cat's gone behind it and she's under the bottom of the radiator now with the warmth across the top of her head and her back. So I'll leave her out there. She's happy where she is. So what's everyone's plans for tonight? What's going on when the stream ends? What's everyone doing? Let me know in the chat. I've got some, as I said, I've got some videos to do and some other things. I may even, about 9:30, I might even try a stream again. I think I said earlier, I figured out a few things, and I think I've managed to reduce the echo. Because when I played it back, I noticed that the sound from the monitor that I was playing on, there was a second sound a few seconds after saying the same thing. So when you're about to, say for example, you were going to do a stage on a rally course, you would hear the driver and the co-driver talking, and then you would hear that co-driver and thingy and the driver talking again afterwards. And that was happening when I played it back. And earlier, I did a test recording on OBS, and it played back brilliantly. It played back with no echo, no repeat, nothing. But the only problem was that the sound I had, like the audio for the game, was intermittent. It was there, and then it stopped, and then it came back, and it kept stopping and starting. So I got to work that out as well. But what the issue was, that in the settings they recommend, they say, or people have said, that when you set up a stream, set your audio and the other things to monitor and output. Now, when I did that, it was monitoring the sound from the game, but then it was playing it back shortly after. So all you would hear is the same thing a couple of seconds after when the video was played back. So when I did the test recording earlier, I actually managed to find that the game, the playback and everything was pretty smooth, but it didn't have all of the sound running properly. That was all right. The only problem. Seems to be getting there slowly but surely. Wind down a bit, then go to bed. Okay? What I need to do though is I need to find out for some other streamers and YouTubers, just as like a general bit of feedback, you know, if I've done anything wrong or what settings they do, and if their settings match mine or anything like that, and what they do, and maybe I could work it. I haven't got a top-notch PC, but I think the settings for what I've set it up for are working all right. It's what they call trial and error, and eventually you get where you want to be, and it's all good. I've still got to learn about all the overlays, stream design, everything, so that it looks good when I actually do it. But at the moment, I don't know much about all of that at all. I'm still learning. All right, it's 9:45, so I think this is a good time for me to stop the stream right now. As I said, I've got a few things to do aside from what I said I was going to do. I've had a few good days this week. I got all the housework done the other day. I swept all the floors. I got the furniture up. I put Glade style shake and vac stuff down. Hoovered all round the lounge area. I done the middle carpet the other day. I've done all my clothes washing, all the washing up after I've eaten and everything else. And now it's just a matter of putting everything away and tidying up the place a little bit. So I've still got a bit more to do. I've swept the hallway down there through the door. The next thing I've got to do is strip the bathroom out and take everything out of there, and then mop the floor. Got to mop the toilet floor, and then I've got to sweep the kitchen and mop the kitchen floor, and then that's it done. So yeah, How often do you see a guy or hear of a guy that goes sweeping, mopping, washing, clears up after themselves after dinner, and is about as domesticated now as I am, that I don't live at my mum and dad's anymore? There's not many of them about. There's not many at all. I forgot to take my hay fever tab today, so my nose is itching again. All right. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and leave the stream here. So I want to say thanks to everybody who's been in. Yeah, don't forget, if you want me to make a comedy video of a video you have that you think is funny, let me know. If you want help with thumbnail designs, let me know. And I'll definitely help you with all of that. Also, if you have a thing called vidIQ, download that, and that will help you with your thumbnails, your descriptions, your titles. Let me give you just a very quick breakdown before we go. Just hold on 2 seconds. If I go to my channel and I open up the last video that I just did, which was this week on Xbox. All right, let me go back in here and share the screen. This one, video details. Okay, so here, you can see down the bottom, it says IQ. Okay, you see here, IQ. Yep. My optimized score for this video is 92. I've got 85 for my title, which means that it's pretty good. My description needs a little bit of work, but that doesn't affect it, because when you've done your thumbnail and you've done your tags, it gives you an overall IQ score. And if you click on this, it tells you how good your title is, what it does, what if your video is clear, what it's about, your title, how understandable people will find it, and if it's too long. This will be grayed out if it's too long, and that just means you've got to change this here and shorten it. Obviously, I'll tell you about your description. Keywords in the first 200 characters match my description. I got good rating for my thumbnail and for my tags, and the overall optimized score for 92 on this video. So that means that my video will attract more attention, because it's got a good rating, and YouTube will pick it up more and get that video out to people. So if you hit a good score, optimal score on that vidIQ, then you'll have more chance of videos circulating and getting seen more, and your channel getting more attention to the content. And also with this, let me just show you this quick. I think I showed you this before, but I'll just show you what I did with my homepage. Okay, so we got the homepage here. So what I did was, I put streams at the top. I followed a guide on how somebody laid this out. So for you, it's going to be at the top. There's my Beardo video. Then I had popular videos underneath. As you can see, Terminator, End of War, announcement teaser trailer, got 40,000 views as soon as it went up 3 years ago. Cars 2, when I was just mucking about, just playing game and sticking it up on YouTube to see how it done, I got 28,000 views on that. Jurassic World Dominion, before that was released, theatrical trailer, I got 23,000 views on that. EA Access becomes EA Play update video, 9,000. 2.7 for advertising that BT Sport app hit Xbox. And then 2.3 for Ubisoft Play becoming Ubisoft Connect, that transition that took place. Then I have all my posts underneath. And then all my videos that people can check out. And of course, my 2 channels, promoting my 2 channels down there. So that is a layout that is more preferable. When people see your homepage, they see all your videos down here. They see your posts. Then you got your popular videos, what's for you, and up the top will always be your upcoming streams if you scheduled any to go out at a certain date or time, or any other premieres or whatever that you do. So yeah, that's the way that my channel is at the moment. And with that vidIQ, as I said, because of the rating, YouTube will now find that and push out a lot more content, which will then in turn bring attraction and views back to my channel. So hopefully, you know, things will look up for 2026. But if you want a hand with any of this, sorting any of this stuff out, thumbnails or anything else done, hit me up either on here or on social media. I've got a card thing I made up on Canva that shows social media for Facebook, Twitter, Insta, and some other things. So I'll put that up on the screen sometime at the end of the next stream, and then you can find out where I am on social media. And if you want a hand with anything with your channel or anything like that, you can let me know, and I'll try my best to all help you out. All right, well, that is going to be the end of the stream now. So thanks for being here. Just go through some of you, give you some notification. David Moriarty, Renee, Natalie, Shadows, the newest mod on the channel. Trevor, Jason Butler Vlogs, anyone else? Beer Daddy 26, we know who that is. But thanks for being here anyway. Yeah, anyone else who was lurking, thanks for being here. Your presence all helps the channel out. Thanks to everybody who dropped the likes as well. And have a great evening. I'll see, hopefully, Natalie tomorrow, along with Renee. Daniel wasn't here tonight, I've noticed, but that's not a problem. Hope he's okay. But I'll see you all tomorrow on Strange Stream. And Shadows, everybody else, I will see you back here next Monday, same time, same place, and we'll come back and do it all again, providing there are no issues that prevent me from doing so. And if we do, as I said, next week, that will then be the start of February when we do this, which I think will be, what date is it? The 2nd, yeah, 2nd of February when we come back next week. Anyway, enjoy your night, everybody. Keep safe out there in the world at this current time. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all your support. And thanks for coming in each and every week and, you know, joining in, having a chat and discussing everything you want to discuss to take your mind off everything else that's going on in the world right now. I'm going to get some videos done, finish this beer off, my 2nd beer of the night, which is actually helping, so I'm not feeling as bad as I was before. So then I'm going to get a few more things done so I don't get that backlogged for later on. Anyway, if I decide to do a test stream, it'll be in the next half an hour, maybe 9:30, 9:45, maybe. You can all come check that out. But yeah, have a great night, keep safe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.